No, they did. He just got out. Seven, eight. Good because they usually might be lines. And then I think.
We cover, I'm covering those two courses to begin with. Then any questions, and I have also getting an idea about the upcoming exams in March. So that is kind of so I said to what you are taking for this doing. For the parents. Now, during the exams, have to be I need to. But it's a little bit of triggers to teach a little. Or it's a good so I always need to want to see out what way to share. Because whatever you are sharing, we are so likely to think whether it is right or wrong. And this one today in your life may or may not know enough. But rather you go with whatever you know enough, you're confident about it, and then only you share. Practice it, and then you can share it easily. Over the period of time, you all are going to become seasoned teachers. I know that, so don't worry about it. Don't make it so much on your head that I have to be perfect right from beginning. No, it is a responsibility, yes. Okay. It walk down, but don't carry so much on your head it should. What you are sharing, your connection with each one of them, what you are sharing also matters. How you are sharing Now, where do you intend to teach, say example, Shiva, where do you intend to teach them with you? So, at the classrooms in teaching. So I want to teach other from. In this symbol. I'm from Houston, but I work in DC now, so I just live there. So I went to some in-person yoga classes there to get into the yoga student. So I'm definitely good to. Good. It's really going to be shit. Who knows? I haven't got that far out. I really started to look into the first and learn more about it. How I will teach it and more actually the business itself. If the opportunity was arise, I would love to put it online. But I haven't found that. Maybe today, even after teaching this basic two courses, and those two courses, I'm telling you beforehand, will not be asked in the exam for you. Okay? But then how to put instructions? How to do it out. And again, what do I want to teach? I'm not going tomorrow, so I'm going to teach the whole how the typical yoga class supposed to be, but I'm not going to take any courses from curriculum. So otherwise you will exactly know anything with it. I do not want to stuff. When this singer, when they try to mimic Lata Mangeshkar, they cannot be Lata Mangeshkar. Right? In that case, it becomes very fake, right? So be very authentic. Whatever you are, you present that, then it becomes, so if you try and mimic, you can never be, right? And then you try means you are founding struggling. So as you practice, I would definitely suggest you all other ones to exams. Before the finals practice, spend some time on the mat. That you can carve out your schedule. Then only, and I've been down the road, even after the exams. Then if you take a day or two off, that's okay, understand with it. But make it a point of practice. And a few minutes a day matters. Believe me or not, I started with 2 minutes. I started only with 2 minutes. And I got a good. Then it will unfold. It will evolve. Let it. Allow that. But you to nurture it. You got to nurture it, to nourish it, little bit here and there. So I will do that to each one of you. That to be any kind of teacher is a very big responsibility. So don't get bogged down by a paper. Respond. And feel you. Feel. Like if I start teaching at this level and the group is not going to absorb it, then it's going to be over the head and they will not even show up. If they don't show up, we are responsible that at least I take it on my head so much, not be hard on me. And I feel that because of that, they are not showing up because I went above and beyond. Sometimes I. So you have, and it will happen. You can just feel and deliver, neither too low, neither nor too high. Just balance it out. Okay. So, and again, today, if you have any questions regarding any of the books, okay, I'm going to focus on the two that you know today for the finals, and it's a very good chance to see you and do it for the first time. If you have any course, any concerns, any questions regarding any of the courses, feel free to ask after this too. And lastly, we are invited here. One of you, or we want to write here now and do it. So that is the level it will come. It will come. Okay, let us start. You want to, okay, now the centering process. absolutely full centered. People are coming from so many different areas, right? When they are coming on the map, we have no idea what they have gone. Actually, when I was driving, there were accidents. Those were very, it was mostly, you guys just traveled from out of town. So we have no clue from where they're coming from. They may have some difference of opinion in their own family, and now they're getting on the map. So first and foremost, always start with the centering process in the actual class. Okay? Not in exams, don't worry about it. But in actual class, start the centering process. Centering means in so many different ways you can center. Now today I'm giving you, just because of I'm giving you overall idea about centering. You can center on your back, laying on your back, with or without top. We have done that in the class. You can also lay down on your belly and do centering process. You can also go into balasana, right? Some people they are so uptight, so agitated, and you pick today. Which to pick whichever one you want out of this first three, four. Now, other ones could be sitting, like in Sukhasana, the way we are sitting, in that is centering process. It can be also in Vajrasana, like any seated pose, which could be even Sukhasana, like happy sitting, or maybe on in Vajrasana on your feet. Then that could be a centering. So any easy seated pose. It can be also in standing. Okay, there are some people who are not able to sit on the ground and there is no chair. So make it a point to say that nobody is left out. So you can give more options, variations. That is a key in the class. Give variations so nobody feels left out that I'm not able to do. If you're introduced as the classic pose right away, classic pose is different. Pose with variation is different. Did you ever feel in the class, this week in class, that you were left out? You see that? Now, that part we have to make it. Because there may have been a big cheer around. In that case, you can do centering in one step. So give options. Now, today's option to you guys is maybe for you to say, which will help you to calm down and collect. That is the main idea behind the centering process. That they can bring all the loose ends together and be on the mat with you. So today's option is either on your back, with or without block, on your belly, and for you seated on the chair, or you are either into Balasana. Classic Balasana will be difficult sometimes, so I would rather go with the open knee Balasana. That is a modified version. This is not a classic one. Classic one, I will say it is a classic. Where you go this, right? All the way down. But modified version will knees are in Balasana. So pick any one, supine on your back, with or without a block, on your belly, or open knee Balasana. And then I will define the moment you pick up, I will help you guys. Sure. Very nice. Start moving into open knee Balasana, and then I will guide you. Those who are in open knee Balasana, drop your head left, turn your head on any one side, and from inside of your hands, connect your fingers with your toes. And raise a nice and straight. Turn your head on any one side, which will come. If you are wearing glasses, I would suggest you remove it. It's very cumbersome. And now your shoulders. And if you feel, you can always come out of the pose and then pick any other one. And would you like to go with belly and chin? Not go with belly and if you pick whichever one you feel, either be back on the belly or if you go on your back, I would suggest take the block as we have the block. Place the block behind your shoulders. We experiment all the three together. Yeah. So you get enough chance to relax. You can go on your back. With the block. You can bend your knees, feet flat.
You know, the block, your head is on the air, not on the ground.
And go down to, you can adjust the block to the upper back. And you have to leave the knees are bent, feet are flat. And then arms are in scarecrow position. If arms are scarecrow, will help. If you are on your back, then feet are wide apart. As wide as the corners of your If you are on your back, that shows the openness, open heart, open arms, open legs, open mind. To receive. And pull your whole body. Find your breath. Connect with your breath. Centering pose have to be super duper comfortable. Letting go, be completely empty. Enjoy the rhythm of your health. Connecting, reconnecting with your breath, witnessing your gently raise yourself to sitting by rolling over on any one side with your eyes closed. the very first pose of the means your abdominal area. The upper shanasana, that is called abdominal twist. In this abdominal twist, the classic variations we are going first. When you're sitting on your knees, close are back towards you. Those are called in towards you. And you're sitting on your knees. Even this is good enough to choose you. Now, let us look on the right side. First, I'm sitting on the right side, and the left foot is coming in front. Nice and straight. Deep breath in, your arms are sitting on the thighs, close to your knees. Shoulders will relax, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just look over your right shoulder. As you breathe out, untwist, move back into the neutral. Now be smart here, Shivani Shachari. Back, instruction, I'm again using our head. Breath is the only key here. Now, this I was just teaching, so I was in this position. There are some students who are not able to sit on their feet. You can give them variation, sit on, relax. That variation can be given to you. Now, after looking over the right shoulder, do it on the left side as well. Shoulders are super soft. Focus is on the abdominal area. So you are twisting your abdominal area. Breathing, stay here, lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, untwist your head and your shoulders back to it. We are going to switch. Now, this kind of pose I will introduce towards the middle or end of the class because the body is quite warmed up. So this is an intense pose. And again, we can do on the left side, sitting on the left hip, close to the hip, right foot is in front. Both your hands are on the knees, thighs, shoulders super soft. In breath, lengthening your spine, out breath, looking over one shoulder and then the other, take the time, checking one more. And if you find it difficult to sit on the curling toes, then relax foot. And then continue the same. So switch the side, whichever one goes flat, switch it, look over right, look over left, using breathing. In breath, lengthening, out breath, twisting or untwisting. According to Samniji, because this is not the pose I have ever taught in my life, to be honest. So Samniji just guided me. She showed me the picture in which she said, like the picture say hands on the thighs and he's turning over. They showed head turning on the one side, but following the basic principles of the thought. Now, the modified version is more appealing to me. So I've learned always to get upper shanasana on my belly, on my back. So let's lay down slowly on the back. Now see, we are transitioning. We are not going to transition very abruptly. Any transition, example, even if you have 2 or 3 poses asked in your exams. transition era. You will all hear me online, students too. Transition got to be smooth. Now imagine even in your day-to-day life, so many times we get transition from a bed to standing, standing to sitting, sitting to standing. And as if when we are doing so abruptly, we feel a breath is changed, which is you're not witnessing transition smoothly. So during the class, which I will be leading tomorrow, we notice that the flow is smooth one into other. You don't even know that, oh, 60 to 75 minutes over. That kind of feeling you can give to your students. As of now, let's lay down on the back, nice and slow. Both the legs are nice and parallel, arms are relaxed by your side. Allow that body to adjust to the entrance. So I'm just letting go. Keeping your legs parallel, toes are facing the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Arms are in scapular position. There's nothing hard and fast. You can go to the arms first, then with the legs too. Arms are in scapular position while you bend by foot off the mat. As you breathe in, raise your right arm, raise your left arm and connect with your right knee. Deep breath. As you breathe out, bite your right knee to go over and up, box left leg. Right toe maybe down, touching the ground. Right toes, right foot may be sitting on the knee. Or right forefoot is behind the left. Whatever works for you today. With each out breath, guide your right knee to come closer and closer, closer to the ground. I will show you that as flat as possible. Refrain from using the word should in the class actually. So, if possible, allow your shoulders to be as flat as possible. You're going to stay here for the 3 breaths cycle. Breathe in with your eyes closed. As you breathe out, guide your right knee with your left hand to go over the temple. Listen to your body. Breathe. As you breathe out, how much you will maybe a few millimeters, maybe a few centimeters. Last one. In the shoulders are nice and flat on the right side. Breath right knees going down towards the ground. Both your shoulders are relaxed. If your left elbow is also down on the ground, which is bent. Breathe in. As you breathe out on twist. Allow your right foot to be flat on the mat, left leg is still straight. Relax. I'm giving one more variation. In this position, still your arms are scared. Feel your body. grounding. Breathe in, lift your right foot off the mat, lift your left arm off, connect your left hand with your right knee. As you breathe out, twist same side over the left, over and cross your left leg. Any variation, right? The toes are coming down, or sitting on your left knee, or behind the left knee. Keep guiding your right knee to go closer and closer. Focus is on breathing. Relax the left elbow on the ground if it allows. Make sure that the right shoulder blade is as flat as possible. Now, if your neck permits you, then lift your head maybe few centimeters up and draw your head towards the right arm. So your right knee is across on the left side and the leg is towards the right. You do not have to turn your head back and toe. Breathing, lift your head a little bit and bring your leg back. This is also, you are getting in this position, you getting the full depth. And last time, breathe in. Just little more and feel how your abdominal area is more twisted, especially right side. Next, out breath, untwist and relax the moment. Legs up out. Bringing your left knee as you breathe in, raise your right arm as you breathe in, connect your right hand to your left knee. Relax. This is also good enough. Deeper breath. As you breathe out, guide your left knee to go over and across your right leg. Left toes are gently coming in contact with the ground. Let gravity take over. Position your left foot. Left arm is in scapular position. Or shoulder blades nice and hot. Arms will open up, close, use. As you breathe out, allow the left knee to go little deeper. Right elbow may be resting on the ground. The neck permits you. Then you gently lift your head, turn your head towards. Listen to your body to be this moment. As you breathe out, untwist with your just neck back into. Next arm, then untwist into legs. Nice and relax. Arms, legs. And shaking forward. We follow the line and on twist. You can still be on and on the twist. Right. Twist on the little eyes is gently over. Little on the belly. Heavily makes you see. Eyes release. On the long side of the body. Chin is in the center. Legs are nice and parallel. As you breathe in, lift your right leg nice and straight off the mat. Allow your right toes to reach the back wall. As you breathe out, squeeze your buttocks, squeeze your kneecap. Breathe in, continue with your right leg. Allow your right straight leg to reach the back wall. Lifting it up. How far you lift is not as important as lengthening. Stay here. Breathe in. Once again, lengthen your leg. Allow your right toes to reach the back wall. Lift your right thigh. Use the rest of your body to help you to lift higher. Kneecap is engaged. Right kneecap, right glute is engaged. As you breathe out, relax your right leg by the side of your left and feel that your right toes, right leg is longer than your left. On the left side, as you breathe in, left toes are pointed, reaching the back wall. Left kneecap nice and top. Left glute is engaged. Rest of the body is active. Your focus is on the left leg. Each in-breath lengthening and lifting. Each out-breath relaxing into the pose. In-breath lengthening, lifting. Engage your quads, kneecap, glute on the left. As you breathe out, relax your left leg. Now we are going to do, this was an Ardha Salabhasana or half locust pose. Now we are moving towards Purna Salabhasana. With that, you can get your hands into Adi Mudra. That means your thumb is stuck to the base of your pinky and curl the rest of your fingers on your thumb. And place your Adi Mudra underneath your groin region.
where the fist is facing up. Relax your broad shoulders. Chin is in the center. Adjust the position of your fisted tuck thumb position. Feet together, heels together. As you breathe in, lift both your legs together, reaching all the way back and lift it up. You may even choose to bring your forehead down if you want, otherwise chin down, whatever is comfortable to you. Focus is lower body, but upper body is nice and relaxed. Lengthening with each breath and lifting. Engaging your lower body completely from toes to your navel. Shoulders are soft. Breathe. Stretching. Strengthening. Breathing. As you breathe out gently, lower down both your legs. Release your fist. You may choose to turn your head on any one side. And rest. Gently turn your head on the other side with your eyes closed. You may choose to bend your elbows a lot. Your shoulders can be nice and relaxed. Gently bring your chin back into the center. Your hands underneath your shoulders and gently raise yourself to sitting. Be here and now. Just to pose. Each pose takes you inward, deeper and deeper and deeper. It takes you, it's happening. It's not doing. You think, did you do it or you did it happen for you? You feel much better before you start the class right now. You can see on your face too. Now we do have still about 35 minutes before we start to do any questions. I'll go with you first. Any questions, any concerns, any goals, anything. First, you are the priority today. And tomorrow onwards, so today, do your course is okay. In the evening, the rest of you, come up with questions. Ask any question. Which course is hard for you, example? How would you teach that course? Tomorrow is like open day for all of you. Make sure that you learn, you maximize, you reach your peak tomorrow. Today, if you spend some time on the map, you will know. Yes, Shachi, any question? The information that we also do is wonderful question. Now, Garudasan, now they asked only eagle arms. They did not ask eagle legs, right? So eagle legs and eagle arms, that makes Garudas. That is how to be stand. Right? But now, as per curriculum, it says only eagle arms. Okay, that means you can be able seated on the chair, you can be seated on the ground. Okay, the best way, I have never felt comfortable in easy seated pose, but you can still do an easy seated pose also, or you can also do in Vajrasana. You can always select 2-in-1 pose, you can double dip. But again, there's a lot of people, they cannot sit like this. It's very uncomfortable, especially in Western culture. It's difficult for them to sit like this. So you can just give the option of sitting, easy seated pose also. Now, when Garuda said, if eagle arms asked in exams, how would you go? You will not go right into the eagle arms. It's very, rather, this is closing, right? So first you open up. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you can twist either one, doesn't matter. You feel over here, you can feel your shoulder blades pull out. Then breathe in, lift up. Gaze up. Fingertips going all the way straight up towards the ceiling, or it may be moving towards your feet. In actual pose, in standing, they do it. In standing, if I do, they can do even in this position. In kneeling position too. There are people who are having the knee tap bone density issue, who develop the bone density here. And they can do even in this position too. Then is that yoga is very creative. Do not get stuck. This is not only be creative and go. Can be in this position too. And then you can go on to, you can say example standing. Okay, in standing, if you don't have enough time in the class, you can just go right away into the eagle pose too. You don't have to open up your arms. You don't have to. In exams, you have time example. If you have time, even if you go directly, you will not be getting less fun. Okay, so don't worry about that. Even if you don't do this and then do directly, you can do either or, doesn't matter. This just helps you to breathe in, to calm down, and then you are getting your hands in. Again, eagle arms, make sure when you do one side, do on the other side too. Okay, because then the other one will get a chance to. And again, the standing one is also like this balancing pose. You're balancing on one, you are crossing your thighs, you are twisting, you are bending in the upper. So that is the actual eagle pose. But in your exams, they did not ask the eagle. I mean, curriculum says that you have the arms.
The right leg of the arm.
Right. Thighs are getting crossed. Now, for example, I would do if my right is on the top, then I will get my left on the top. My left arm is going on the top. And your inner head, there's a lot more demand. There's a lot more demand on the body. If I do only eagle legs are going to be bending in, twining it. You see the twining? And then you can even do anything. And even when you do one side, do the other side, and twine. This is eagle legs. And curriculum says eagle arms. Now, eagle legs and arms together makes eagle. What makes eagle arms? Yeah, Shivani is still there again, Shachist. Yes, Shivani.
It's about the reasons it's a variation where the legs are raised, or is it
Variation, and for which pose?
the leg raise pose, 36 to
Leg raising 36 to 90, right? So in that case, if they ask you exactly in the exam that right side only, then they will specify. If there's only one side, it will be specified. But if not specified, means do both the sides. Understandable, right? We say only leg raising, 60-degree example, or 30, 60, 90. Then do both the sides. But if it's specified, left side only, do only left side example, or right side only. And sometimes again, the examiner will see the time factor also and may change it. Occasionally, do it only on the right side. Yeah. You can do, again, that variation you can do with the yoga belt or with dupatta, okay, or with your hands. There are many people in the, you just feel while giving exams, you are not facing either me or Samniji or Bina. No, you just see you are teaching the group. You are just teaching the group. Just discount all of us. You're just teaching the group. How would you teach? That will give you a lot more confidence. But if you just see either us, then you are going to get very nervous. Okay, now either one. Now it depends upon your leg. Yeah. So if I'm keeping my, if my right leg is on the top of the left thigh, then I will keep my right arm under me. And I'll keep my left on the top of it. So no partiality, right? Between your upper body and lower body. Yes.
Easy balance.
Yeah. But I would still say in this pose, if you bend your knee a lot, your standing leg, then you can twine it. See, when twining is possible with too much knee.
Very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you need a lot. It's a lot of demanding on the body, especially first to get with the true posture. Vishaji. We're all set.
No.
Right, so as I mentioned, right, if it's not safe anything, say example, only locust pose means you do right, left, and Purna locust pose. If it's a locust pose means do all three. If it is asked left side only and Purna means the left and both your legs together. It will be specified.
But would you say, what would you say so long?
Say again, depending on the crowd, right? Now, in exams, I may ask you that what is a Sanskrit name for this particular course? Then you have to say. While teaching, I will not be very hard and fast on you guys, but if you say so, that shows you know your stuff. Sanskrit has its own vibration. And that vibration is not only helping you, but helping all, everyone, Sarvasana. You are teaching. Okay, I would definitely say if the crowd is more Indian crowd, definitely go with both. But if you see there's a more Western crowd at the same time, very beginners, then don't bombard with a lot of verbiage. Then like you can minimize. But again, you cannot be and throw once in a while. Out of all these poses, I would throw one Sanskrit name, two Sanskrit names. It's a 60 to 75 minutes class, right? You can always use Sanskrit name, English name, or only English name. Only thing is that what you are saying is not as important as how well it is. So it is like appealing to the ears to me. I'm already giving you a lot of clues for exams.
So, let's say the master, so let's say the master.
Sutta Matsyendras, no, there's no Sutta Matsyendras. Not in the curriculum. In the curriculum, yes.
That's all it's for. What's the Supra?
Supta means laying down.
And what's
Oh, fish pose. Is that the fish pose?
That's another street. The fish was in the land, the what's, yeah, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
Matsyasana is a fish pose, Matsyasana.
What's that? It's fine. It's fine, it's good.
Yeah, there's half spine, there's Ardha Matsyendrasana. There is half spinal twist. That is, that is Supta, my dear.
Number 16 on that was specific connection. Is connections. He said there is a one. This very special. This is very outside. Yeah, you plan to.
It's actually your legs are.
Okay, that is the one which I'm ready to buy now. That is the one which I'm meant to buy more than 5. It is not modified, but this is a reclined spine. Yes, so I'm sorry, reclined twist, a reclined spine, just to the in the same glass. This, I was gonna how that one is,
Yeah, that is abdominal twist.
And when you make it a mind from this, you become something like that.
The one which I said modified, it's not modified, it's a actually classic, it's the one which we did, it's a scalpel connecting, and then that is a classic one. Because that is the one which we do all the time. Yeah.
You just,
Yeah, is there a recline?
is that, so was it completed the fish pose with your legs folded in now, was that completed? Is that a fish pose? With
But yeah, we want to see.
but I know the one soup.
Took the much in blossom.
Is it what game?
That's often autonomous.
What game?
The visual before.
Yes. What game?
That's the only person.
Yeah. What game?
And that's what.
Dinesh will join.
Yeah.
I think Dinesh will join. Yeah. He's not, I mean.
Who said this, right? Both are similar, here we did in sitting position, correct? Here we did recline, means always recline means laying down. No. First of all, then what we did like this way, right? When you can still sit on your curled in toes or maybe seated on your heel, depending upon what you did in the classic one, seated on your curled in one. But still, when you are giving variation, that shows that again in exams, give you variation. Like say if somebody asks me about abdominal twist. Abdominal twist means understand it is not supta, it is not recline. So udarva. So in this case, I would always give the option. This is very hard to sit on the folding pose. If it was not practice, your small muscles of your foot is very strong. So and even if you can't do it, right? Might as well give them the option. You may sit on your heel and do it, and always say, still get the full benefit. Then they're happy. Because then they feel they are losing some benefit from here to here. So you can always say, you will still get the full benefit. Don't worry about it. Shati, Shivani. Relax. Whenever we travel, always embark on pieces. That means our air element of the body increases. So there's a lot of thoughts comes. Mind it tends to be relax, some water, have some water, relax.
That's interesting.
You guys are very courageous to just learn yesterday and really fast. Until even Dinesh was challenging there, I said, take your time. After a week or 10 days also doesn't matter. So that was very nice. Okay, any questions? Shati Shivani, you want to do little sensation or something? What do you want to do on the mat? Huh? Or you want to do from your own mat also doesn't matter. Feel free and tell me on the mat. Get this friends. Don't worry. Can be here or here. Rather you go on one mat, just on vibrations. Or see vibrations. Go ahead to any one of you. Do some salutation and whatever you choose. And I will be confused, so it will help you, right? I will be confused right now. Please. Okay, let us now, let's see, Shati is leading the class. Let's be attentive. Come, so we're going to do the tree pose. So, and I listen to Brikshasana. So like instead of telling them, you can just ask. Can you just tell me what is the Sanskrit name? Okay, if you just tell them, I didn't know the Sanskrit name for that. Just ask me, or whisper, just don't quickly, you say, what is Sanskrit name for that? They said Vrikshasana. Well, Vriksha means tree. Okay. So we're going to do Vrikshasana, the tree pose. So to start that, first we're going to stretch your shoulders out, and just let your arms. Some circles. And then we begin and start with that asana. So go ahead and place your legs about the legs and shoulder width. Evenly distribute the weight between the four corners of the soles of the palm and the heels of the foot. Elongate your back into your straight right, arms to your side, chest forward. Take a stop ahead of you, focus on that. Take 3 deep breaths. Shift your weight to your right foot. And with your left leg, rest it either right up against your ankle, higher at your knee, at your thigh, wherever is comfortable. And then with your arms, either up above your head or at your chest. And I'll say, maybe a little challenging. If somebody wants a little more challenge, and then which probably make it a little challenge. Make a little more challenge, I would push them to
have their rest, have their leg higher up, all the way up into the very wide foot neck. Raise their arms all the way up and then stretch at the bottom of their back, focus on that stretch.
And arms. I mean, they're already here, it's not, they're already here. Or already here, I would need it a little more challenging, but they persistent than fast.
So this would change the. Moving forward, the that changes the percentage to combining chair pose. Which has the chair.
I would say, closing your eyes. Yeah, the moment you close your eyes, and again, it's a bit short of the tree pose, right? So you're really a bit more challenging when you feel like strong is coming. And then making it, your body is stabilized, the upper body is still dynamic. Steady, dynamic, confident, you combine people. Open your eyes. Yeah, so that is, I'm picking on you right now, so it would be easier for. So quickly you better.
Okay. But then we'll go and do it again. Stand on your left foot, so you're gonna stand in horizon. So, the bones of your weight, which is 4 corners. Shift all the way to your left foot. Inhale and rest your, with your right foot, rest your ankle. On your calf, by your knee, your thigh, wherever it's comfortable. And then elevate your arms. Hold your attention to the above your head, or your chest. Deep breaths of this pose. You'd like more of a challenge, go ahead and push your eyes.
And you can do any shape to your tree. Give you asymmetrical, can give any shape. Each tree is so unique. You can give any shape to your tree. Yeah. If we are giving you those freedom also, you can. And exhale. When the Shiva, where you will be doctor.
So. Scratch. This next time is optional.
this posture, your spine is automatically upright. There's no way you can slouch, right? And notice your attention. You are very attentive at that time. The posture itself is helping you not only to go inward, but in your spine stays upright with an ease. Everything. I mean, they've not asked you the benefits, so it's okay. You can just look at the spine is already upright. If like in the big group when you're teaching. But I would correct only one thing is after doing, for example, Ardha Padmasana, as she said, even this is okay. And if your body permits you, then you can do your Purna Padmasana while switching from one to, so uncross, place your foot. I will place my foot slowly with foot awareness and stretch it out, shake it off. Okay, and then let us redo on the other side. So there are some people who are not able to, like, even few seconds also is very strenuous on the wrist. Take it off, music time. Definitely. But say when you have 60 to 75 minutes, like as of now in your class, yes. As of now, I'm preparing you for your exams too. So your immediate one is your exams. So in that case, rather go to the point will help you. Will not be, you are not giving extra information. If they ask you what are the benefits, they may ask you what are the contraindications. What are the indications, contraindications? Then it is definitely, I would go for it. Otherwise, and I will be specifying, no doubt, prepare for 2 breath cycle. Okay, otherwise one breath cycle, now switch other side, you are done in 2 minutes. You are not getting a chance to experience the pose. You are experiencing the pose during your exam. Okay, you are experiencing, but it will be much easier for you. So at least I would say 2 to 3 full breath cycle.
And if I have not different, what is the steps that what we do?
Which you
Or
can't get.
if you can't do it,
Yeah, Ardha Padmasana, for example. Even if you can't do Ardha Padmasana, another one I would go for is you can always start most static practice at home on the chair and be seated like this. Start with this. This is the easiest one. And then slowly, if your knee permits you, listen to your body. If today my knee may be permitting me to do this, but leave it down the road. Please may not be.
the chair is easier.
Next time, and then in your option, what do you do on one side? And slowly. So once you are here, and then sometimes you miss space. This is if you teach wider variety, you get it definitely a lot more in. If you own family member, just see whether they are both correct. You can just see if their me stays out. And if me stays out, in genuinely, it will be nice and relaxed in line with your team. Also, we'll start. So I'm just going to have a new lecture ready.
Yeah, so what we do tomorrow, we'll start with that. Okay, yeah, so tomorrow we'll start with that. As I mentioned, with or without, correct? So with the clock, the advantage is that it open up the clocks in front. And we'll do that tomorrow, right, the first one. So tomorrow again will be set, tomorrow I'll be teaching the whole class. Our 60 to 70 class is. Now it's time to see analysis, always with a, I prefer to start with the so we develop a which walk of life and coming after. Right? You like we're coming from the heart of compassion. We are not here to show off. We are here to share and be in their space. That is our condition. I mean, we are each one's thought. And we exactly that up with the use of space and more time. Something's out of the other to so not a wider thing, broader issue. For you, as a teacher, I would say that there are quite a few qualities. That's done. Even though you are in case, but you are aware of it. This is not, you don't have to do this, no, this is right, practically. But even though you are in case, you are just not learning, oh, this is some of the way you do. You're aware, and you're navigating, your pace is fast, but in a quickness. It's very changing speed. Honestly.
We do not have a section.
This kind of trying to serve unnecessarily. But we can go against the wall. We can go against the wall. It's so. Challenging is the, we are not still there's no. Right? In the class, if somebody wants a child, they are very confident with the thing, you can't do it, but you're still offering. And then you offer, but I'm not able to do it with my own space. But if people do want